Hi, this is Mary Peterson, and this is my final project presentation for the CIT 260 class. My partner was Diana Hughes, and we worked on the Revenge of Merek. So to start my presentation, I wanted to address the first item on the rubric, explaining the difference between a static class variable and a class non-static instance variable, and to give examples of code showing how to reference these types of functions. So the difference is that static functions are allowed because they are not associated with an object instance. They are final, meaning that a value must be assigned to the variable when it is defined. They must have a code block. Values of static variables cannot be changed. Non-static functions cannot be defined and have a code block after the function signature in an interface class. In the example here, you see a getArea function, and it is a non-static function because it has a code block after the function signature. The other functions are static because they do not have a code block after the function signature. The next item I wanted to address was the next item on the rubric. Demonstrate through examples from your programming your understanding of when to use an array versus an array list versus an enum. So, first of all, an array is used to model a fixed length list of objects or values that can be changed. An array list, on the other hand, is a variable length list that may contain different types of objects. Objects can be added to this type of array or removed at any time. An enum is a type of list that has a fixed length list where all of the objects in the list are the same type. But unlike an array, the objects in the list can never be changed. Arrays and enums can be much more efficient to use because the number of items is fixed. They are good for that. However, they are also hard to use when it comes to adding and deleting items from a list. So in this case, an array list would be better to use. So here is an example of an array from our coding game that was to create the scenes in the game. This is not all the scenes that we created, but this is just some of them. So that's an example from our coding. And this is an example of an array list from our code, not from our code, this was from the examples. This is to add inventory items to the inventory. And this is just a list of all the different inventory items that are available in that game. And this is an example of an enum from our game, from the Revenge of Merek game. This is the actor enum, and it has the different actors listed here for this enum. The next item that I wanted to address is the